right here? When he brought him over to start slavery? Did he have sympathy?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
No, but through history.
Oh, you mean
read
like,
books?
was there, yeah, Jefferson was the one that freed the slaves, remember?
Well, no, I'm
That
talking
white
about,
president?
well, I'm going back to when they brought him over here, the Negroes. Did they have sympathy?
I didn't know they brought him here.
How did they get here?
I thought we were all just here.
No, man.
That's kind of cool to learn though, big guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Learning's good, because without learning, you wouldn't have nothing.
Exactly, and that's part of man. The only way you're gonna learn, you gotta exchange and
so
come.
These guys came here?
Yeah, the so-called white man brought the Negroes over here to serve slavery through the transatlantic slave trade. On the west borders of Africa, they brought them over here.
Yes, I never knew that.
Before anybody was here, as far as like the white man and the Negroes were Indians.
Yeah,
The
I
Indians,
knew that.
the Indians were here,
Yeah,
but
they
those
were here.
Indians are right here, from Ephraim, from this tribe down.
Yeah.
These people were here on this side of the earth.
I'm part
over here in
Indian.
America. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you might be an Israelite, man. You know, you might be, but you know.
It's good to see people out here
Hey,
talking. That's
yeah,
really cool that you're on to people.
Well, yeah, I don't. It's not a cool thing, man. This is a thing that people. We put our life on the line out here, you know.
What do you think about the president? Do you like him?
Nah,
I don't like that guy.
All the presidents, man, they're all puppets, man. They're all
I
ran by
think so, too.
the international bankers, you know.
I
the
think so, too.
The rich people of the earth.
And I think
So-
they better get rid of Trump too, because he's going to cause a lot of problems.
Oh, he already is, man.
How
He's
can
starting
you
up.
build a wall right here, dude, but you don't put nothing else nowhere else in the world but right there?
Oh yeah.
Is that not saying that you're discriminating or
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
I mean, that's
he's-
plain and simple.
He's a big.
So all the people that came in Florida way, I guess we should ship them all out too, remember?
Yeah.
That
Cuba.
came in on the boats, the
Cuba,
Cubans
from
and all
Cuba,
that,
yeah.
we should ship them.
Yeah.
And what about the people that fly in from overseas that come here to be citizens?
Well, at a greater understanding than that, the so-called white man came over here and took the land from the Native American
Yeah, he
Indians. So
did.
why don't they go back to Europe, right?
Yep.
So
yep.
why
Yep.
doesn't he tell what he's preaching? He needs to practice what he preached. But
Yeah.
hey, but that's all set up. That's the way it's supposed to happen.
Yeah,
that's
it's
spoken of in
supposed
the
to happen the way the Bible says it's
Yeah,
supposed
there's
to
gonna
happen.
be race
and
riots.
everything.
There's gonna be kingdom against kingdom.
And I think whenever that Trump gets office, he'll try and cause race riots. Because what the hell do you think everybody's just going to take off and they're going to go, oh, we're going to go over there and let you build a fence? They're not going to say that. That dude's a dumbass.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
you,
it's
man.
good. It's good, man.
You know,
It's
they're
good.
not going to say that, dude. They're
Yeah.
not going to do that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Nobody's going to do it. He's going to cause race riots between people.
No, but hey, like I was saying, the Bible speaks about it. So that we have
Yeah.
to. We need that because it's gonna usher in the Most High's kingdom, you know. And we need that. We need deliverance.
Hey, dude, you know what? One time I had a dream not long. I just want to tell you this dream that I had. I was working and it was weird, right? But it was black and it was getting night. Me and my friend was working and I seen the moon. And the moon was big and bright. And something happened to me. This thing like a snake, like black, like your shirt, but only it was like real long. And it enveloped, listen to me,
I'm
for real.
listening,
It
I'm
enveloped
listening.
the moon.
Okay.
It completely enveloped the moon.
Okay.
And turned the moon completely black.
right.
And as soon as it did, guess what happened? The sky split. Like a light came that you couldn't even stand to look at it. It wasn't, the light wasn't that you couldn't look at it. The light was just so pure that you couldn't look at it. It wasn't bright that you couldn't look, but it had too much power to look at it.
Yeah, I got you.
And so when that light came, guess what I did? I couldn't look at it because I knew it was a sinner. I turned my head and looked, and the first thing I thought about was my granddaughter, and I hope I see her
man.
again.
Yep.
And I've never forgotten that dream.
Yeah, that's what's gonna come, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that light wasn't, you know how people talk about a bright light, it was bright, but it wasn't bright in the fact that you see, but it was bright in the way that you think.
Yep.
And that was really kind of cool dream.
All right, man.
I think you're doing it.
All right, man. You know,
right, you good.
hopefully, you better pray that you're an Israelite, though. You know,
Yeah.
you better hope you're an Israelite.
Just,
You know,
I was hoping heaven
hope-
or hell, I hope I go
hope.
to heaven.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
All right, man.
brother, I hope I see you there.
Okay.
I'd like to have a chair, really.
Yeah.
At Judgment Day, not that I want to be a judge, but I'd like to sit there and see all the people that do all the things they do to all the poor people, and then walk by and see them with their bag of money
Yep.
when they walk up to the Lord and say, I got my money, because that's all they love is their money. They don't
Yeah.
care about people that go hungry. They don't
Yep.
care about families that go without. I don't see one person in this town doing nothing to help poor people.
Yep.
Nothing.
It's like that
They
all
don't
over
do
the world.
shit.
Yep.
They do everything but for themselves.
And that's the government. You know?
Think how good it would be. Just think for 1 minute if everybody loved everybody the way we should, how peaceful. Wouldn't be no need for worrying about food or house because everybody have everything you need.
Everything.
Because people like Donald Trump say, don't worry, I got $1 trillion here. Let me build a place for homeless people.
Yep.
Instead, he won't. He'll
Yeah.
kick them on the
Yeah.
street, man.
Yeah. All right, man.
Sorry, bro.
Yep.
Rock and roll.
But going back to what I was saying, Akim, Going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 20, it says, "Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men." Right? So we got to be, when you come into this thing, you got to transform yourself into men, you know? And you got to shun away evil, you know? And as like I was saying, man, folly is set in a great dignity here in America. And in order to seek goodness and to have good things, you got to eschew evil away from you, man. You know, you got to shun evil away out your life, out your mind, everything, man. You know, but like Paul said, you know, who's going to deliver me from the chains of darkness? So it's a battle. Don't get me wrong, it's easier said than done. But us brothers, you know, y'all should know where I'm coming from. You know, but going back to this man that was just up here, man. You know, it was, you know, he's very, you know, I don't know, he might be an Israelite. You know, you never know, man. It's all through the spirit. You know, but nowadays, you know, you got Esau always trying to, like, you know, it's a cool thing that Edomite is cool with a Jake, you know, and da-da-da, this, that, and the third, you know, that's highly, like, looked upon, like, oh, man, that a white man is chilling with all them Jakes, you know, all them Mexicans, you know, and they accept them. But the Most High ain't looking at that, man. You know, you can be cool, you can be all, like, you know, all about the pro Negro and pro Latino and all this, that, and the third, but Most High's like, man, shit, I never knew you. Get out. You don't fall into this. This is not for you. You know. But I was gonna beat him down, you know, nothing like that, you know, spiritually. Just, you know, let him, you know, just let him vent, speak his mind, you know. But out of all them words, you know, he wasn't, you know, being in any way of, you know, proud. It looked like he was pissed off about it, you know, his own, you know, these so-called white people on the earth, man. You know. The Lord is stirring things up here in this place, man. People are getting fed up. Even the average Edomite, so-called white man, is getting fed up. You know. Hey, man, that's all prophecy. It's all gonna happen, though. You know. Going back to Titus 1:15, it says, "Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure." Right? Because they're so stuck in their ways. The world is stuck. The world has been put into their heart to follow after their lust, man. You know, the love of this world and their life. That this word is unpure to them. It's not pure. You know, they rather accept that artificial, you know, those tangible things that are gonna be consumed by the fire. You know. But it says, verse 16. Verse 15, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. Right. Verse 16, they profess that they know God, but in the works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and into every good work reprobate. Exactly, man. You know, like I made mention about these people on the internet leaving comments on their Facebook or YouTubes, you know, or making videos on the YouTubes, how the Lord has blessed them, this, that, and the third, and it's the Lord that strengthens them. But you watch their life, and their life is contrary to everything the Bible tells them not to do. So how's the Lord is blessing you? Who gives you the like people like I've encountered many hundreds of people here in San Angelo, man, and they always say who's giving you the right to read the Bible? The Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai did, else I wouldn't be out here. But you people, y'all take the Bible in y'all's hands and y'all use it to y'all's life like it's a motivational a motivation. That's all it is. It's not to benefit you in your life to get closer to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All it is a motivation. Y'all use this book as it's a motivational book to y'all, man. This book was put on the earth to guide us into all ways in life, man. All right? That's what this scripture was set up and was given us for, man. To teach us into all things. Right? The Spirit, man. This is John chapter 17, verse 17. It says, "Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth." So this ain't no motivational book. This book is about history, truth, doctrine. With the word doctrine goes back to the word teachings, man. So this is what this book is about. It's not a motivational book. and you wicked 2/3 that are out there on the internet and your lives using the scriptures to prolong, to try to prolong your wickedness, the Most High is gonna hold you accountable for that, man, because you're being a hypocrite. You ain't practicing it to get it closer to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? It says, sanctify them through thy truth, thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so I have sent also them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. Come on, so we're being, us brothers on the highways and the byways that present our bodies a living sacrifice, we're being sanctified. They're not, man. These 2/3 are going to burn in the fire, man. And there's going to be a lot of wood that's going to be fuel to the fire, man. All right? Go ahead and get that script. Go ahead and get into some judgment. Some prophecies, judgment. All right. Let's see. Slakia, I can't even find it. This is this ain't the one I want, but it's more or less close to it. Jeremiah 5 and 12. It says, they that belied the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. And the prophet shall become wind, and the word is not in them. Thus shall it be done unto them. Right, because like I said earlier, y'all take the Lord lightly. Y'all don't take the Lord serious. So now he's gonna show you through sending out the pestilence, the plagues upon the face of the earth to show you that he ain't playing around no more, man. It says, wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. Come on. So like I was saying, man, y'all are gonna be wood to the fire, man. Y'all are wood to the fire. All right, that's all y'all basically are, man. You 2/3. There's another one, man, where it says something like that in Jeremiah. Anyways, man, come on, I got another one in 1 Corinthians. All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 10. It says, according to the grace of God, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. Right, going back to, Yahweh Shai and the prophets. All right. Yahweh Shai being the chief cornerstone. And the prophets that are on the highways and the byways, or even and the prophets of old, they are the foundation, and we're being built upon it. Starting with the elders of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, all the way down, and those brothers on the highways and the byways. Where are those lively stones being built up, a spiritual house, right? And we're hoping that we are those precious metals, man, that gold, silver, that can't be burned and withered away. That if we burn, we're gonna be burned because it's gonna purify us, man. All right, it's gonna make us pure. It says, 1 Corinthians 3 and 11. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right. Now, if any man build this foundation, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, right? And the most primary, precious stones is the elements, is the gold, silver. All right. Everything else can be withered away to the fire. So it's all parabolic, meaning that some of you people are just a bunch of like they got that saying, to see what you're made of. Like, so that's how the Lord is looking upon these inhabitants of the earth. You know, some are gold, silver, precious stones, but other ones are wood, hay, and stubble. Meaning the wood, hay, and stubble is going to be burned up. Verse 13, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. Right, and that fire, first and foremost, right now is that tribulations, you know, persecution, you know, sufferings, hardships, you know. Right now, that's what that fire is. You know, whether it be outside of the truth or you being people knowing that you're part of this truth, man. You got to endure through all things, man. That's who that Philippians 4 and 13 pursuit is for. It's for the elect that are going through hardships, man. Not you 2/3, you wicked people, man, that follow after lust, your own lust, and abuse the things of the world, man. That use a lot of y'all people like to use like the herbs and the oils to make yourselves look more better. But really, it's to fight against certain ailments, the diseases, infections. You know, that's what it's really for. Not to make yourself look more attractive. That's how y'all abuse the things of the earth, man. You know, it says 1 Corinthians 3 and 13, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. See? So that fire, first and foremost, we're talking about the trials, tribulations, persecutions, sufferings. But also, you know what I was trying to say, these people out here, they're made out of hay, stubble, and wood, man. You know? They're vessels meet for destruction. You know? That's basically all they're created for. Alright? Going back to Romans. It's the book of Romans. Romans 9 and 20, it says, nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made us thus? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long sufferings the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory? So there's vessels. A lot of you people are created just to be fuel to the fire, man. You're just a bunch of dead bodies walking around, man, like in the valley of dry bones. Without the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you ain't got no life, man. You're twice dead, like it says in the book of Jude, man. Because you follow after vanity. And when you look up the word vanity, it means to be empty. You have no substance. You're just walking around. It's like dogs and pigs, man. There's dogs and pigs. All their purpose is to eat is to eat the trash, eat up the carcasses on the earth. But it's an unclean animal, you know. But you humans, you 2/3, you Negro Latinos, Native American Indians, y'all gonna be filled to the fire, man. That's the third world's war. That's what's coming, man. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get the book of Jude. I'll start at verse 11. It says, woe unto them that have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Kor. So there's three examples of that happened in the time of Israel, Yasha'Allah, with Cain. He was a murderer. Greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, you know, he cursed Yasha'Allah because he accepted that the house of, I believe it was King Moab, you know, the Moabites at that time that were trying to go to war with Yasha'Allah. But Yahweh Shai, the Spirit of the Lord, kept revealing to Balaam, hey man, you bless my people. And don't say anything else outside of what I tell you to say. But it came towards the end of that script, out of that, I believe it was what, Numbers 23. If I'm not mistaken, it said basically you're saying that, did I not tell your servant, he was talking to the king of Moab, he said, did I not say that if he were to give me his kingdom and his gold, silver, that I would do this thing that he asked of me? Because Balaam, man, he was weak, he was wicked, man. So he was about rewards. And that's how you 2/3 out here in America are. Y'all about rewards, benefits, riches. Y'all are like Esau. Esau gave up his birthright for a pottage of soup, man. That's where his name Esau was changed to Edom, which means red. And that's where you so-called white man come from, man. Y'all come from the tribe of Esau, your forefather, Edomites. All right. Then it said, and perished in the gainsaying of Kor. And those gainsayers of Kor, which gainsaying is to be an unbeliever. All right. You're complete contrary to the doctrine. All right. You're rebellious. That's going back to the time of Moses, man. I forget them certain individual men's names, but they were being rebellious towards Moses, Aaron, and the Most High cursed them, man, and opened up the earth and swallowed them up with fire, man. That's what's coming in the last days. The ICBM missiles over there from Russia, China, North Korea, they're gonna annihilate this place you call America, man. You stole this land from the Native American Indians, so now you gotta give it back, but the Most High is gonna destroy it. All right. It says, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Kor. These are spots in your feast of charity. When they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear, clouds that are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame. Wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. So y'all are a bunch of clouds just floating around, man, without any water. All right, y'all are a bunch of empty vessels, man, that are just full of foolery and foolishness, man. All right, and you're gonna be destroyed, man, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is coming with 10,000s of his angels, man, 10,000 thousands. You know, ultimately he's coming with 200 million missiles to annihilate this place, America, man. Those are messengers because they're bringing a message, you know, by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Hey, man, like I said, the fire is going to be fulfilled. Even though fire is a consuming fire, and it can consume. There's no end, but it's going to be quenched. I mean, as far as that fire is going to be fulfilled, man. You know, that fire that's coming, man. It's going to be fulfilled. All right. This is in the book of Isaiah 66, verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the sword, he's going to plead with you with fire and the sword. Meaning that's what he's going to judge you with. That's going to be your reward. You know, so there's no escaping the judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, you ain't gonna be able to quench that fire, man. All right, that's what, you know. You didn't want. He pleaded with you on the highways and the byways with his prophets. He was he was sending out his men of the Lord as a sign, you know, as a light unto you people to come to, and to turn away from your evil ways. All right. But a lot of you people like look at that sower, the parable of the sower and the seed, the sower that sowed the seed. You know, a lot of y'all people, y'all feel it and y'all believe it, but then y'all go back real quick in y'all's life, and there it goes out, it leaves you. You know, so the Most High is gonna plead you, but through His Son, He's gonna plead with you with fire and His sword, man. All right, verse 16, Isaiah 66:16. For by fire and by His sword will the Lord plead with you with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Right. So even you know, that's why the Lord requires us men to be to examine ourselves to whether or not we be in the faith, because you got so-called brothers that fell out, that were, you know, so-called with the down with the doctrine that we've been entrusted with through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, but they were following other different doctrines. You know, they were watching doctrine, they were watching like GOCC, ISUPK, IUIC, you know, or they just fell back into that whole love everybody doctrine, you know. So that's why the Most High is, you're sanctifying, y'all people are sanctifying yourselves with abominable things. You know, you're not sanctifying yourself through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the pure oil, which is gonna purify you, man. It's gonna make you whole. You know, this fire, man. This fire is this truth is the only thing that's gonna make you whole. It says, verse 18, for I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come, and I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Right. So that's how the Most High is coming back, man. Coming back as a man of war, man. All right. And any of you that ain't got the Spirit on you, that's sealed with the Spirit, you can't escape that fire, man. This is Isaiah 33 and 13. It says, hear ye that, hear. Isaiah 33 and 13. Hear, ye that are far off, what I have done, and ye that are near, acknowledge my might. The sinners in Zion are afraid, fearfulness hath surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? Come on, so who are you? Who of you are gonna be able to escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? Because like I said in Isaiah 66, the Lord is gonna plead you with fire and the sword, man. Meaning that's gonna be your destruction, your judgment. So how are you gonna be able to endure that fire, to endure that consuming fire, man? You know. It says, real quick, I got another script in 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 2nd Esdras 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? So you're going to be consumed with fire, a devouring fire. Who are you that can quench it? You know? That's those ICBM missiles that are coming, man. Y'all people, y'all don't care, man. Y'all ain't trying to hear it. You know? I want to continue to do y'all's own thing and say, oh, you have the attitude to be like, well, when it happens, then I'll deal with it. You can't deal with you can't deal with Yahweh Shai, man. You speak proudly, man. All right? You speak proudly, man. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 27. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? Come on. So, you know, which one of you can put out, be engulfed in flames? No one can take you off that without you being burned. There's some cases where people, their whole body is completely burnt, and they all receive, like, you know, severe third degree burns, man. Their whole body's scarred up, and they're completely in a weak state, man. Their whole life, completely humbled. But this is the one that you ain't gonna escape, man. All right. 2nd Ezra 16 and 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn? Come on, so you stirred up a lot of stuff here in America, man. So now that fire is unstoppable, man. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming across the whole globe. It's even reached this rinky-dink ass city called San Angelo, man. That's how San Angelo's a wicked city, man. It's full of great pride here in San Angelo, man. You're proud people, man. And it's gotten more proud as the years continued on, man. Because when I was a child, man, back in the day, this San Angelo was nothing. It was a bunch of wilderness, you know what I'm saying? There was no highways, you know. And as the years progressed, San Angelo's gotten greater, man, you know. And it's become more proud. And the Most High is against proud cities, man. When Yahushua was on the earth, he spoke up against those that were at high places, at high stature. All right? And San Angelo is one of them places, man. It's like, it's real lofty here in San Angelo, man. They're proud people here in San Angelo. Okay? And the Most High is going to destroy it, man, because the Most High hates pride. All right, going back to Isaiah 33 and 15. He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil. Come on, that's the man that's going to escape that fire that's about to come to America, them ICBM missiles, man. The one that fears Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? Those are the ones, us brothers on the highways and the byways, like I said, starting up from GMS all the way down, Lord will, for the elect, we're going to be the ones to escape them great judgments. These people are not, man. They're sealed and doomed, man. All right. It says, I'm going to get a script in Revelations. See. This is the book of Revelations 20 and 11. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. Come on, because everybody thinks that they have a place in the